Hey everybody, this is Chris from Highlands CCG. Today we have something special. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, different video today, not magic related. Just wanted to talk about letting go. Something as a collector, it is very hard to do. You get emotionally attached to stuff, but sometimes you come to a realization that the stuff is going to sit somewhere unappreciated for however long, potentially until you pass away, and then your kids are like, I don't care about this stuff, and they throw it in garbage. So I've been thinking more about that recently. I guess I'm getting older, and it's top of mind that I'm not going to be here forever. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that in the context of my GI Joes. I'm not going to play with these. I don't have anybody who wants to play with these. I know there's people out there that are collecting these or that need pieces for a vehicle or whatever it is, so I feel like I'm much better served to find the right person for them. But before I do, I just wanted to go through them one last time, and I thought I would film that. But just generally speaking, whether it's magic cards, GI Joes, other toys, ephemera, collectibles, stamps, coins, whatever it might be, all the stuff that we have in our lives that is taking up space around us, we have to, I think it's in our best interest to kind of, from time to time, look at it and ask some important questions like, why do I still have this? So, and if you don't have a good answer, if it's just like, well, this is valuable, or this was important at some point in my life, I think it's better to just kind of let it go. So I know right off the bat, I see some big pieces here. This was, Future Chris can put like a picture of it or something. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like this huge platform vehicle, and it had two large missiles that would come up, and it had these anti-aircraft guns on the side. It had a little vehicle that came out. It was just really, really cool, and I got it for Christmas. It was, my parents bought me a GI Joe tent, like a one for a kid to go into, and underneath it, there was this bump. When I went inside, there was a big square bump, and that was this kind of hiding in there, and it was very memorable, awesome thing, and I spent all Christmas Day trying to put it together. So this is part of that. I know that, as well as these are like the bay doors that would open for the missile, I believe. This is the gun for that. So it goes on like there. I believe this is part of it. It was like a little missile platform thing. So try to keep things together that belong together. There was like a Humvee that had missile launchers on the back. This is an example of that, but it's broken. But it would attach here, and then the missiles could come out. So yeah, I don't have the vehicle anymore, but these are some parts if somebody needs them. And this gun, I believe, was associated with that as well. This, I believe, was also on there. Had like a 50 cal, like with a ammo can there. This was part of, I think both of these were part of like really old vehicles, like probably 82, 83. This, I think, was like a kind of a dune buggy thing. And this was on something, and you could go like that and make it fire. So I thought that was really cool as a kid. Still kind of do. This was part of a little platform that they would go on. and it was like the little door to get in. This I don't think is related. I think this was like an Army Man thing, so I'm gonna just like put that to the side. I have no idea what this was for, whether it was on this or not. So I have to do some research. This was cool. This was like they had a vintage. They like re-released. I don't even know if it was something. It was something new probably, but it was like a vintage style GI Joe, and I liked him because he was just like in green fatigues with a helmet, and you could attach this thing here, and there's like a little bunker, and there should be a brown missile. I don't know if it's here or not, but that would go with this. There's a bunch of guys. I'll put the guys off to the side. There's the brown missile. There we go. Some more missiles. I believe this was one of the missiles for that this base over here. These are from the Rattler, but this is the Tiger Force version of the Rattler. I actually bought that as a kid at a thrift store. That was a big win for me because I never found anything good at thrift stores. But that was a good day. This is for that gun. So that goes there. It's like, you know, nobody else, no one else I know would go through these and be like, oh yeah, this is for that thing, and like nobody would care about this. So, you know, I think that's good enough a reason for me to kind of move on from it. Yeah, this is a missile from another older Joe set. I think it was like a robot or something. These are both pretty old missiles. This is some kind of a dreadnought vehicle, these pieces, but it looks kind of busted. Here's another one of those missiles from the Humvee. Some of it just the plastic just kind of disintegrated. It's a cool little turret. I remember it had a belt-fed ammunition that would go through it, which was cool. This is somebody, probably wetsuits, little vehicle under the water, and it would shoot out a missile here. This is, I think this was for one of those Sonic Warriors or something, but it still works. This is from 1991. So that's pretty crazy. This is from a Millennium Falcon model, so that's not G.I. Joe. It's another broken piece of that Humvee thing. Get these guys out of the way. But the Joes I really liked were the ones that just looked like soldiers, like they had green and brown uniforms and were fairly bland looking. Once they got into the 90s, everything was neon. That was when I kind of fell out of love with G.I. Joe. Alright, so here we have, this is a little warthog that came with one of the guys. This is a Fisher Price actually. I got this the same day I got the Rattler. It was like a little boat, had a shark, and it reminded me of Jaws, so I picked it up. I have no idea what this is from. It is G.I. Joe, but I have no idea. So it's an older thing. These are some older things. We have some of their little stands so they don't fall down. This I'm going to keep. This is Lieutenant Falcon's backpack, and I am going to keep Lieutenant Falcon because he was my favorite Joe as a kid. This is let's see, this is for the bat, not the original bat, but the newer one, which I have, but I hit this guy's head on it. Some of once I found a screwdriver small enough that I could undo these, I did a lot of modding of guys and mixing and matching, so we'll see that here. But this is a bat with this other guy's head. This was part of a Cobra boat. It was like a purple boat. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but this is for that. good knowledge to have. Hopefully when I get rid of these, all this stuff will leave my brain. That would be nice. We got some missile launchers here. Those are all missile launchers. We got some missiles that go on those. Some other weird backpacks. And we got a little like demolition thing here, which is cool. A little green helmet, nice big backpack. This I believe was the backpack for that vintage guy. Vintage looking guy, he wasn't really vintage. Little briefcase, sandbag, the thing, a little light. I believe this goes on to a backpack, which I don't see here, but I think I have somewhere. And here's a toxic guy's backpack. I think I have him. And this was like part of a gun. I think it was rock and roll or something. I don't remember all the guys' names, but yeah, just thought I would throw them up there for parts. Anybody needs parts. We have this Cobra guy. I got this guy. He's supposed to be purple, but I painted him as a kid because, again, I wasn't a fan of the 90s neon bright color stuff. So we had these giant robots. This is a bat robot. Got this guy. I want to say Stalker, but I don't know. He could shoot a missile out of here. This is part of that Dreadnought vehicle. I think this is like the non-robot version of the same guy. Pretty sure. This was like, they had the brief like anti-drug thing, I think, and this was like one of the bad guys that sold drugs. This is the guy, I painted him too because he had like yellow, but this is the guy that this came with. I do remember that. Here's his hips. I had like this guy, I don't see the top of him. And like what, this guy, here's his legs, they came off. So unfortunately this guy is not, I do have replacement O-rings, but he doesn't have a screw here. So I don't know how I would fix this guy. So that's a shame. This guy's a mixture of a couple different guys. We've got Roadblock here with broken leg. This is Dusty and his legs, but I don't remember, I don't see his middle. So, just a mess. It's just, I don't know why should I have these things? Here's Roadblock's leg, but somebody might want them for whatever reason. Here's Flint, this is one of the older ones. And here's Major Blood. I put new legs on him at some point, but these are his original legs here. I don't see his hips, which is unfortunate. There's this guy. He's still intact. He's like a newer one, I think. Let's see. Made in China, 92. Yeah, so one of the newer guys. But he just looked like a normal guy. Like, didn't have neon or tiger stripes or anything crazy. So this guy's another amalgam I put together, and there's another guy. I always liked him, the Right of Might. I think that was a cool t-shirt logo. And this is another diver guy. He had like a black mask that went on. I painted all this for who knows why. But he had a black mask, swim mask that would come on, it would plug into here, which was really neat. And yeah, here's some other guy's leg. I know what this guy looks like. He has like a green vest on, and he has white hair. So how wild is that? You look at this like broken leg, you're like, I know exactly who this is. So I guess that's it. Like, I do have like an original Cobra, like the blue trooper, and I have my Lieutenant Falcon that I'm going to keep both of those, but I don't need all the rest of this stuff. It's like a big bag, you know, in a drawer that I will never use, and it'll just sit there, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll see it every once in a while. I'll say, oh yeah, my G.I. Joes. But yeah, I encourage you to take a look at your stuff. If there's, there's potentially some value here, not a whole lot, but it's just, all it is money sitting around in drawers, or it's like just stuff cluttering up your space that you could use that space for something else. I think as a collector, we owe ourselves this kind of exercise every once in a while to just go through and say, do I really need any of this stuff? Is it valuable to me? And if it is, hold on to it. Like, you shouldn't have any guilt associated with that. But if you don't have a legitimate reason for keeping something, and it's not giving you value, then really just, you'll be better off without it. It's kind of my view. But I just thought that, it's a general topic. I wanted to film these guys for posterity. If I ever do miss them, now they're on video, I can go back and look at them. But I don't need them in a big Ziploc bag in a drawer. I hope you appreciated it. Non-magic content. I think I'm drawing inspiration from Nerd and Proud of It. It's like, he's like, it's my channel, and put up whatever I want, and I agree with that. So I hope you enjoyed it. How are you managing all of the things in your life? I feel like the less I have, the happier I am. But I'm also compelled to get more and more stuff. So there's a balance there that we have to strike. Yeah, these were really fun. Back in the day, I played with these like crazy. As you can see, there's like nothing left. Everything is kind of destroyed. They were really, really fun, and I really enjoyed them. But now, hopefully someone else needs some part here that they've been looking for, and they're like, oh gosh, thank goodness somebody had this. And yeah, I think it's time for that to happen. So have a good rest of your day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.